From the WYLN studios in Hazleton and all over northeastern Pennsylvania, this is WYLN News.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. One man is dead following a violent crash on Interstate 80 in Sugarloaf Township Wednesday night. The crash happened near the Cunningham-Nescopeck exit. According to reports, the man that was driving in the car and he was killed in the westbound lanes after striking a guardrail around 7 o'clock. The car then faced the wrong way. That's when a tractor trailer that couldn't stop hit the car. The tractor trailer came to rest on top of the vehicle, trapping the driver and his passenger in the car. Luzerne County Coroner pronounced the driver, 36-year-old Crispin Kreiner of Butler, Pennsylvania, dead at the scene. His passenger, 33-year-old Hala Sabita of Montrose, Colorado, was taken to a local hospital for treatment. The interstate was closed for several hours. The same jury that found Eric Freen guilty of 12 counts, including first-degree murder in the death of Pennsylvania State Trooper Corporal Brian Dixon, also sentenced him to death by lethal injection. They deliberated several hours last night. The penalty, however, will not be carried out anytime soon. The state Supreme Court first has to review the death sentence under state law. In 2015, Pennsylvania Governor Tom Wolf declared a moratorium on executions. Before he considers lifting that, he's waiting for a report by the Senate committee reviewing the state's imposition of the death penalty. So Freen now joins 171 others waiting on death row for their sentences to be carried out in Pennsylvania. After the sentencing last night, Pennsylvania State Police Commissioner Tyree Blocker thanked the men and women of the jury for delivering justice in this case and thanked all those who worked to bring closure to this dark chapter in our department's 112-year history. A West Hazleton woman will serve 10 to 20 years in state prison. 26-year-old Lourdes Rodriguez assaulted two of her children in March 2015 at a home on Madison Avenue. Her infant daughter was treated for internal bleeding and bone fractures. At the time, she told investigators the injuries were caused by her 3-year-old son. She was also charged with injuries to the boy as well. The man investigators say cheated some 20 people out of hundreds of thousands of dollars in the Hazleton area agreed to plead guilty in federal court. Ignacio Beato signed the deal yesterday to a federal charge of wire fraud. According to officials, the former real estate agent sold homes without having titles to those properties. A federal judge will hear his plea at a future unannounced date. 3 people were arrested by Mahanoy Township Police in connection with a burglary that happened last year. According to police, they are 20-year-old Dylan Clark, 22-year-old Matthew Kimmel, both of Mahanoy City, and 22-year-old Alec Jackson of Mahanoy Township. Police say the 3 entered a home on Roosevelt Drive in the New Boston section of Mahanoy Township back in July, making off with money and jewelry. Officers say Clark dropped his ID card along with some jewelry when leaving the home out a back window. All 3 men face felony burglary and criminal trespassing charges, along with similar charges. A fugitive from Florida may be on his way to Pennsylvania, and U.S. Marshals are offering a reward for information leading to his whereabouts. Ernest Eugene Ray is a registered sex predator who was released from prison March 1st in Fort Pierce, Florida. He failed to register his home address and disappeared. Ray sexually assaulted an underage girl in Florida in 1995 and was sent to prison in 1996. Detectives have been unable to locate him and believe that he may be headed to North Carolina or Pennsylvania, where he has relatives. The Marshals are offering a $2,000 reward for information leading to his arrest. He's described as bald with blue eyes, 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing about 160 pounds. Anyone with information is asked to contact Deputy U.S. Marshal Christopher Crotty at 305-710-7395 or Task Force Officer John Brady at 954-707-2457. A traffic note for anyone that drives Interstate 81 in Schuylkill County. Road work has begun to improve the busy interstate between the Mahanoy City and Frackville exits. Interstate 81 North will be down to one lane from 6 p.m. Monday through 6 a.m. Friday for the work. PennDOT says then starting May 30th, the southbound lanes will be down to one lane. All lanes will be open in both directions from 6 a.m. Friday through 6 p.m. Monday. The project will cost the state about $10.9 million. Coming up on WYLN News, President Trump talks major tax reform, plus an update on the state's medical marijuana program. But first, as we head out to break, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast from the WYLN Weather Center. Remember, you can get all your weather information at WYLNTV.com. We'll be right back.
Are you looking to light up your business? Then you need to visit Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. They're the premier electrical distributor in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Poconos, and Hazleton, specializing in extensive electrical lighting, automation, and datacom inventory to meet your contractor, commercial, or industrial needs. Don't go with a national company. Go with an independent, locally owned company that cares. Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. Visit them at SYDIST.com. Come experience the difference.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
at making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
The Trump administration released a major tax reform plan yesterday. According to the outline, it would make filing taxes easier for millions of households. It would benefit low to moderate incomes currently taking the standard deductions, as well as businesses with high tax rates, high income earners, and multimillionaires who want to pass money to their heirs tax-free. Many politicians from Pennsylvania have mixed feelings about the plan. U.S. Senator Bob Casey said that this scheme is a massive tax giveaway to millionaires, billionaires, and big corporations at the expense of middle-class families in Pennsylvania. Congressman Lou Barletta stating that these principles will allow individuals and families to keep more of their hard-earned money and spend less time filing taxes. The president understands that the American people know better how to spend their money than the federal government. Yesterday, Pennsylvania's Secretary of Health, Dr. Karen Murphy, gave an update on the state's medical marijuana program. Murphy said to date that over 500 applications for permits have been received by the state. Despite the large volume, the Department of Health has developed an intake process to carefully track and log each application.
On February 20th, we began accepting applications for 12 grower-processor permits and 27 primary dispensary permits statewide. The application period closed on March 20th, and the program is proceeding on schedule. We have developed an intake process to carefully track and log each application. and we are adequately staffed to meet the demand. We still anticipate being able to complete the review process in 90 days and to be ready to issue permits at the end of June.
The department has logged 258 applications to date. The department trying to be as transparent as possible, posting the names and regions of the companies with logged applications on the DOH website. The Luzerne County District Attorney's Office will be hosting presentations on internal accounting for all volunteer organizations. The presentations will focus on the importance of internal accounting controls for all volunteer and nonprofit organizations to safeguard finances and assets. Members of the DA's office, along with the State Department of Community and Economic Development, will be at the Hazleton 1 Community Center Wednesday, May 3rd from 6 to 8 p.m. Another presentation scheduled for Wednesday, May 10th from 6 to 8 p.m. at Misericordia University's Sandy and Marlene Insulaco Hall. The presentations are free and open to the public. Coming up on Berwick's News Choice, business and community leaders took time this morning to read to children. The story is ahead. Plus, in Community and You, we're heading back to the Whitehaven Library with what's ahead for the summer. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Where are my customers? I think I need help with my website.
Thank you for calling web.com. How can I help you?
I need some serious help with my website.
I could definitely help you with that today.
Awesome.
Do you want to work in a fun atmosphere and help small businesses like this succeed online? Call 1-844-JOBS-WEB and apply today.
Whether you're a homeowner renovating your first kitchen or a professional contractor remodeling your 100th kitchen, we're here to work with you every step of the way. We feature Homecrest and Omega cabinets, bathrooms and entertainment cabinets, along with solid surface countertops for Mica and Wilson Art products. We offer affordable installation. All this and more at Morris Kitchens LLC. Appointments welcome. Call 570-825-6956.
Welcome to Community and You, and today we have taken a trip to the Whitehaven Area Community Library. If you've never been here, what are you waiting for? There's all kinds of awesome things in this building. With me right now is Maureen Findley, and you are, Maureen, you're really in charge.
Yes, I am. I'm the boss. I'm the president.
And also with us today is Charlotte Carter. And Charlotte, you're in charge of all the programs?
I'm actually in charge of operations.
Which is pretty much the same thing.
Yes, it's programs. It's a little bit of everything. Yes.
Maureen, tell us a little bit about the different things that the library has to offer. You know, so many people, first of all, do you find that more people are coming to the library?
Yes, they are enjoying. What we do basically is if people suggest things or they're looking for different materials, we make a notation of it and we try to supply it. And so they're really enjoying the audios and the DVDs that we have. And we have many events, many programs, and we're having a Hops and Grapes event, which is April 22nd. We have children's activities. It's constantly flowing and changing.
And I guess one of the things that we should also let everybody know, Charlotte, is this is an extraordinary building, but it wasn't built to be a library.
No, it was actually built to be an engine house by the Lehigh Valley Railroad back in 1889. So it's a marvelous old building. It's a historic building. We're on the registry. And we've transformed it really into a library and visitor center. And it's an amazing accomplishment. The architecture is beautiful, and we've been able to partner with our historical society. So we have many wonderful displays in here of the area.
If there was something, Maureen, that you would like people to know about this particular library, what would it be? What makes this, besides the fantastic building that it's in and just the area of the community that it's in, what are some of the things that really make this whole library community unique?
Our volunteers. We have wonderful, wonderful volunteers, and they bring in from their homes and they purchase things to donate for different events. We are in desperate need of more volunteers so we can open our hours more, but all of the different opportunities that are here.
I noticed that you do have computers.
Yes.
And that must have been something that has really gotten a lot of people in, because maybe some people don't have them.
Right. We recently now offer a fax service, so people are thrilled about that. We have the fax, the printing, the computers, and we have our John Murphy room, which is wonderful because we can rent that out to nonprofit and to various organizations. And we have the up-to-the-minute technology in there, so it's a beautiful room.
That's nice. That's a big plus, because I think, Charlotte, especially in the era that we're in now, so many, especially children, are not doing as much reading as they should, but you also have a program coming up this summer.
We do. We have our summer reading program for children, but all through the year, we have a wonderful, wonderful kids program. I mean, with the people that have come forward to help with that have amazing talents, and they just develop these marvelous programs that the kids from this area can come to. They're all free. It's a great opportunity for them. We definitely teach literacy and reading, but in all different ways.
Mm-hmm. And that is probably good, because there's so many different things out there that kids would like to be involved in, and if you can work toward those, that's great. Now, I understand, Maureen, you ladies and gentlemen that are involved here, you sure like to have a good time. There's a big coming up in September?
Well, yes, we have the April event, which we're looking forward to, and then the September event. Maybe Charlotte can expand on that for me.
Well, it's what, 50, 20, 25, 30, 20 years.
Right. The library was incorporated in 1997, so this is our 20th anniversary, and we're very proud about that, because it's not easy to survive in these times with less funding all the time. And so, yeah, we're marking 20 years, and we're going to have a great big party in the fall.
Awesome. That sounds terrific. And I'm going to give Maureen the last comment here. What about volunteers?
Well, we couldn't exist without them. And like I said, they donate their time, their money, their gifts, their creativity, and their intelligence. And anyone who wants to be a volunteer, we would welcome them with open arms.
And I think just sitting with these ladies, you see that you'd have a great time hanging out here at the Whitehaven Area Community Library. So you should stop by and visit, and we will visit with you again soon on Community and You.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Steinbrenner Auto Sales and Service, 697 South Mountain Boulevard in Mountain Top. With over 35 years of experience, make them your only call when shopping for tires or service work. They will match or beat any competitor's pricing. 100% customer satisfaction. When you see news happening in your neighborhood, call Wyln News at 570-459-1869 or email us at news@wylntv.com or send us a message on social media through Facebook. WYLN, we're your local network.
Get ready for Penny's Classified and WYLN TV's Spring Fling giveaway. Enter your name and phone number for a chance to win one of these great giveaways. A 4-wheel alignment, 2 tickets to Whitewater Challengers rafting, a front-end alignment, a 10% discount from ATI Insulation, or a $25 gift certificate to John's Family Restaurant. Call 570-459-1869, extension 1103 to enter your name and phone number. Winners will be announced on the WYLN News April 28th at 5:30 p.m.
Students at West Hazelton Elementary welcomed volunteers from the Chamber of Commerce for a day of fun-filled reading adventures. Our Julie Stefanovich was there with the details.
Guest readers from the Greater Hazelton Chamber of Commerce visited West Hazelton Elementary School this morning for a community reading day. The program is in its 7th year. It focuses on showing the students how important reading is to the creative minds. We spoke with Principal Jocelyn Podlesny, who had a special shout out for all of today's volunteers.
And I want to send out a big wildcat roar to the Chamber of Commerce for sending out guest readers from our community. Our school is a culture of learning here, and we stress how important reading is and how much learning is a part of their daily lives. So we want to thank everybody, and especially our community. We want to invite everybody in and parents to read to our children and to read at night every day to show kids how important it is that reading and instruction is part of their daily lives.
Dr. Rachel Liskowski had the opportunity to read Red Cat, Blue Cat to the 2nd graders. She knows that reading is fundamental for a successful future.
I think that reading is a foundation for all learning, and in the business world you're constantly learning. And so to be able to show kids that we're actively involved with the education system and we're eager to invite them to share in what we know, I think is an awesome opportunity. I really enjoy the privilege to do this with the Chamber of Commerce.
Teresa Hawley and her sister have been volunteering for Community Reading Day since the beginning.
We're reading Red Cat, Blue Cat at the West Hazelton Elementary School. Oh, I love children, so this is just a pleasure for me. So I'll enjoy it as much as the children will.
In West Hazelton for WYLN News, I'm Julie Stefanovich.
After all, it is Volunteer Appreciation Week, and today the Hazelton Active Adult Center thanked their volunteers for giving 100% and then some. The center director said they wanted to let the volunteers know just how much they mean to everyone at the center.
Today we are recognizing our fantastic volunteers here at the Hazelton Active Adult Center. Today we have 3 different tiers, and we base it on numbers of hours of service. So each tier will get a different token of our appreciation. The top tier being the most hours, they will get a nice bag loaded with all kind of goodies. Our volunteers do a whole host of different things, from answering the phones, helping out in the kitchen, helping after, working on trays, helping set up our different groups, our clubs that we have going on, whether it be Scrabble or karaoke, etc. We have all different things going on, and so everyone that we're recognizing today has helped. Farmers Market Voucher Day is a big one. So everyone that we're recognizing today volunteers in some capacity at our senior center.
It's awesome. The people here are wonderful. Our director and assistant director are marvelous people. They do everything that you could imagine to help. They have all different kind of activities, and I especially like when we have our Craft Day. People that don't come here don't know what they're missing. It's awesome.
All the volunteers receive a bag full of gifts and a heart full of happy. The center does have paid staff, but they can't handle all that goes on. Bobby said without the volunteers, a lot of the events they put on all year would not be able to happen. Stay with us. Look at tonight's weather is next here on WYLN News.
The Victoria story's a glorious story, the sweetest that's ever been told. They found they were handy
at making fine candy
for family and friends to behold. Word spread through the land
that Victoria's candies
would one day be leading the rest.
Now that day is here,
for the facts are quite clear that Victoria's candies are best.
Are you looking to light up your business? Then you need to visit Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. They're the premier electrical distributor in Scranton, Wilkes-Barre, Poconos, and Hazleton, specializing in extensive electrical lighting, automation, and datacom inventory to meet your contractor, commercial, or industrial needs. Don't go with a national company. Go with an independent, locally owned company that cares. Shadler Yesco Distribution Incorporated. Visit them at SYDIST.com. Come experience the difference.
WYLN TV 35 has a position available for a sports reporter / videographer. Please send resumes and demo reels to Gary Perna, News Director, 1057 East 10th Street, Hazleton, Pennsylvania, 18201, or email news@WYLNTV.com. WYLN is an equal opportunity employer. Your vote counts, and we know it. WYLN will have the most complete election night coverage in the area. Reporters in the field and continuous updates on all the races that affect you. Election night coverage will be hosted by the Storm's Tiffany Cloud. And joining her will be former congressional candidate Bill Vinsco, Esquire. Plus many other guests throughout the night. Election night coverage starts Tuesday, May 16th at 9 p.m.